Hey everybody, welcome back to the Brandy Yvonne channel. Of course, I'm your girl, Brandy Yvonne. Here at my channel, we do fun reviews, recaps, and discussions of all of our favorite shows, y'all. It's Saturday night, and we gotta talk about Love and Marriage DC, y'all. This is okay. My TV says season 3, episode 1. Stop being so petty. I thought we was doing like season 2, part B. I don't know, but let me know what y'all TV said. Um, As you can see, I am trying something new tonight. I finally, after y'all don't even want to know how many years, got my laptop replaced. That had the crack in it. So if y'all have been following me since day one, you know that there were some things I was not doing because of my laptop situation. And like when I go live, I would just use my work laptop. Don't tell the people. But now my personal laptop is finally, it's new, it's popping. So I'm trying to try new things, trying to explore more with the YouTube in 2024, trying to do more like we all are. So this is my first time stepping out recording in this manner. So I'm gonna see how I feel about it. I may still use my old way of recording though. We'll see. Anyway, y'all, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share where you like to share your content. Okay, this still is a growing channel. Um, so the reason why I didn't sound that excited when I first started talking is because this episode wasn't giving what needed to be given. And it sucks because they took so long to come back from the hiatus, right? It took, what was it, a year, over a year now. We are still at this Christmas Eve party from like 2022. This is the longest Christmas party in the world. I'm ready to wrap it up. I mean, I know they got to pick up where they left off. I heard so many things. I heard they might have scrapped this rest of the season and they decided to go ahead and show it. I don't know. I was thinking, I was watching the show and live tweeting about it, and I was like, wonder what reason did Carlos King have for pushing this back so far. Now he claims it wasn't, having to do with him, it had to do with production. However, you make all the final decisions, sir. So at the end of the day, it still had to do with you. My guess, my theory, one of my theories is to create social media drama on the show the way that Love and Marriage Huntsville does. That could be one of the reasons why they decided to make us wait for so long. I had another theory. If I think of it, I'll bring it to y'all. But that was one of my theories. Oh, I know one of my other theories was trying to probably improve like abilities of some of the cast members. Because like now I think everybody likes Winter, and before, remember, we didn't really check for Winter like that. So I don't know. That could be the issue. I don't know. There could be several things, right? Maybe they're trying to find new cast members and they couldn't. I don't know. Anyway, let's get into the review because it really wasn't giving nothing. And I was going to go live for it, and I'm so glad I didn't waste my time. But if you want to see live for it, check out Miss Kira Speaks channel. She did a live for this premiere tonight, and we had a good time on her live talking about that. So check out her review. Maybe later in the season I'll go live. Maybe I'll join her live. Anyway. Okay, so the episode basically picked up where we left off with Ashley shouting. Joi and Carmen left the party. Erana is like, girl, what happened? What happened? Jamie is having to intervene between everybody. It's just a bunch of chaos. Ashley is shouting. She's like, you could go with that be. You can go with that be. Oh my God. Like, you just didn't want to go back there. It was the Christmas party we didn't really want to go back to, what it was. So they fussing and shouting and hollering. And so Ashley's like, Irana's trying to figure out, girl, what happened? What happened? What happened? And so Ashley is mad that Erana didn't come check on her first. Erana says she didn't see anybody. She just went to where the motion was. The first person she saw was Joi. So that's why she checked on Joi first. She's not looking around, understandable, Erana, understandable. So Urana's like, girl, I'm trying to ask you what's going on now. Ashley was like, you wasn't asking before. Don't even worry about it. Going on out there with your friend. She's like, your little disrespectful friend, Joi, want to come in here to my house and call me a B and all this stuff. And so then I guess Erana was like, "Girl, I'm trying to be your friend too. Like, what's the issue?" And so I guess Erana was doing too much of this, all this. And so Ashley's like, "Get your figure out my face. You don't play. You better get your figure out my face. Like, you not." And so Irana's like, "You're not gonna tell me what to do. Like, what, girl? Like, I don't gotta listen to you." And so then Ashley's like, "Okay, then do it again." And so Irana said, what she called herself, Rainy, Raina, when she get popping, when she get hood, that part of her was coming out. She said she didn't have a bob, but she didn't need it for it to come out. So anywho, uh all right, enough of that. I mean, nothing was resolved. Okay. Then the next night we see everybody talking about it, going over it. So we have Ashley and Quicksilver talking about now. They're trying to clean up the house from the party. Quicksilver said, "What a time we had last night." He said they've had these Christmas Eve parties for 15 years and they've never had a situation like that happen. So Quick was like, "Okay, what happened?" So she was like, "Yeah, Joi came." He was like, "Okay, was Joi invited?" She said, "Yeah, I did invite her, but I didn't think she was coming because we hadn't spoke since the whole thing with me talking about her being married." And then she's like, which I did apologize to her for, like, after I apologized once, twice, like, I'm not going to do it again. And so Ashley was like, "Oh no, I think they asked was Clifton there or something like that." And so, well, they knew Clifton wasn't there anyway. Ashley made some comment about um Joy should have been there, been home taking care of her husband because they are married. Now, I don't like particularly the way that Ashley is playing in our face, like, "Oh, I made such a mistake by saying Joy and Clifton were married," but then you over here making jokes about it and doing all this stuff. Like, yeah, it's just I like Ashley, but things she does makes me very uncomfortable, and it just makes it very hard to really, really like her like that. Like, girl, I see you, Ashley. I see you. Okay, I see you. So anyway, they rehashed it the night before. And so Ashley, so Quick was like, "Why did you and Erana get into it?" And so she said basically because Erana to Joy first. She didn't come check on me. I'm the owner of the house. Joy's over there calling me a B up in my house. You're not gonna call me a B in my house. So Quick was like, "She didn't call you a B." And so Ashley was like, "I heard the B word." Now I don't remember Joy calling her a bitch. Like, is it just me? I was hoping they would rewind the tape to that part because I don't remember that. But if y'all got time to rewatch, let me know in the comments. Like, I don't remember Joy calling her a B. Maybe she did. Now, Joy definitely called her a bitch in her confessional, though. That's when she called her a bitch. Anyway, that I know or remember. So anyway, Ashley and Quick was rehashing the whole thing and going over it. Then we see the same thing replayed with Joi and Clifton. And it's funny because Ashley and Joi made the same statement. So Ashley had said that, you want to keep poking the bear. And now Ashley's coming back. And Joi, when she was explaining things to Clifton, she made the same statement in her confessional about like they wanted to keep poking the bear. So this is what happens. And it was like both of those girls are kind of the same. They have the same energy. They're both very much like they're both very guarded. They're both like keep friendship at a high regard, which I understand. I don't use the word friend loosely either, but the way they both feel about people and girls and women and friends coming into their space is so similar. They have more similarities than I think they realize, right? um I do think their communication styles are different though. Anyway, Joy was telling Clifton, he had his back surgery. He'd been down and out for some time. It's taking a long time for it to heal. And so Joy took him out to get some real food because he said he wanted a real meal. She got to help him sit down and everything. I was like, "Oh Lord, girl, you got to be a caretaker now." Anyway, she was telling him about what happened and how she brought up the whole thing about them being married, and then she's telling Clifton how Ashley then proceeded to say that they wouldn't even be on the show if it wasn't for them. Now, mind you, at the party, Erana was like, okay, me and Jamie were the ones that pitched them to the show. And so Ashley was claiming they did as well. Now, remind y'all, I think in my previous reviews, I did mention that I always saw pictures of Joi and Clifton and Jamie and Erana hanging out all over social media. I never really saw many pictures of Joi and Ashley hanging out before Joi and Clifton came on the show. I'm just going off of what I saw. If y'all saw something else, let me know. Not saying Ashley and Quick couldn't have pitched them. Quick could not have. I can't speak. Could not have pitched them to the show. I'm just saying, to me, it looked like Jamie and Erana did based on what I saw on social media. And so then Clifton was like, well, first of all, that she can't even take credit for that because she's not Carlos King. Like, Carlos King ultimately makes the decision. And even on Twitter, Carlos was like, now, how did I get in it? Because he's watching the show and I tagged him. He was like, baby. I was like, yeah, they over here calling out Carlos. Carlos, get your people. So anyway, so Joi and Clifton basically like, she can't say she made us, like, what's her problem? So, now everybody gonna have an issue. All right, then we see Erana and Jamie hash out the night. Irana's over there, good morning. Like, she is positive, bright-eyed, bushy-tailed. Jamie's like, why are you so upbeat, got all this energy? Ain't you tired from the night before? She said her adrenaline was rushing so much that she could not sleep. And so she was like, what happened? He's like, no, I'm trying to ask you what happened. And so he said he heard a bunch of commotion. It sounded like furniture was flipping over. So Erana is explaining what she saw happen and how she went to Ashley and Ashley got mad because she didn't come check on her as the owner of the house. And she was like, I wasn't even thinking about her. And so Erana did share that she think it could be some jealousy there when it comes to Ashley because she keeps hearing little things about Ashley saying like, oh, you going, well, hang out with your friend Joi. Oh, you're hanging out with your best friend and all that. So maybe there's some truth to that. I don't know. Let me know what y'all think in the comments. So Erana and Erana and Ashley are now, on some rocky terms. All right. Then we see everybody celebrating Christmas and New Year's. They have finally, I guess, made it to 2023. And meanwhile, we already in 2024. Anywho, we see Winter and is his name Yussif? Winter and her man, they go ice skating, and Winter's like, I can't even make it around the track. I need to break my back. My knees hurt. So anyway, they stop and talk, and she said they've been spending a lot of time together, going to each other's houses. They spent the holidays and his birthday together. So she said, they want to talk about them, and she said it's about time that she introduces him to her family. Slowly start doing that. She said she's gonna start with her oldest daughter. I forgot her name, but is it Jasmine or Jessica? But we know she's really close to her daughter. And when they showed the flashback, I was like, oh, her daughter looked just like her. Just like her. So anyway, I like Winter and her daughter. Yussif said, he thinks it's time to start doing that as well because the kids are asking questions and all that. So then Winter switched gear. Oh, he was like, okay, so how long, you gonna keep this whole saving yourself to, abstinence thing going? Like, what's up with that? So then she was like, well, the goal is to save yourself to marriage. And so he was like, all right, like, I think I can do it. However, my motto, like, if I could keep away from the cookies in the cookie aisle, but if the cookies are in the house with me, I'm gonna eat them, basically. And he's like, you've been putting the cookies in the house, because she said they've been spending the night at each other's house, but they haven't did nothing. So she's like, well, I'm gonna try not to tempt you. I was like, oh Lord, I don't know how this gonna go. But I think they're broke up already. I believe Winter said that already. I think she got a new man now. Anywho, she said, he's not the best communicator. She said he's an alpha male. All right. And she said that she told him he loved, they're getting to the point of love. She told him she loved him. And he responded, oh, thank you. I appreciated it. It was something like that. And I was like, girl, why did you tell him that? Like, let him say it first. But I mean, she took a shot at love. I ain't mad at it. She said, I know you're alpha male, you're more of a person that takes action, and I appreciate that, but I like words of affirmation, and I'm expressing to you my feelings, you're not expressing it back. He said, don't worry, I'm gonna be showing you all the actions, you're gonna be right along here with me, we're gonna make it work. No, he ain't, girl, but it's cute right now. And he was in a confessional with her. They had on the red. I said, y'all giving Yussif confessionals, the boyfriend? I was like, you need to be a fiance to get a confessional, not a little boyfriend. Oh no. Anyway, girl, I wouldn't share my confessional with him if I was you. That's just me. Winter was switching up them looks to that confessional, though. Y'all see her with the bangs and the and a ponytail. Did she have the red with the long blonde? Did she have another hairstyle to come through with her? So anyway, I think that's the only scene we got from this episode. Moving forward, then we do see the scene with DJ Quick and Clifton. So DJ Quick said he wants to get to the bottom of this thing with Joi and Ashley. So he's gonna go out to breakfast or lunch or whatever with Clifton to discuss it. Now, Clifton was walking just fine to go to that restaurant, mind you. But maybe his physical therapy is working. He says he's doing it 3 days a week. And DJ Quicksilver was asking him what was happening with his back. Did they figure it out? So Clifton said that he has some blood clots in his back, and I guess it was touching his spine. And so they said that nothing was going to get better until he got rid of that. So anyway, hopefully Clifton continues to recover and heal well. All right. So I don't understand the purpose for this meetup between Clifton and Quicksilver. If somebody can explain to me in the comments, that would be great. Because Quicksilver, what does it matter to you if Ashley gets along with Joi? What does it matter if your wife is not getting along with another woman? Like, what's it to you? What does it matter? And he told me he got to get to the bottom of it. What are you and Clifton getting to the bottom of it got to do with anything? Like, I was so confused by that. So anyway, I'll make sure all my stuff is on y'all because I'm not used to recording this way, and I don't want to do all this work for nothing. I'm gonna be pissed. It's going to be in a short because I almost did this video in a short because the episode wasn't giving nothing. Okay, but I said let me go and do this. So anyway, like I said, there's no reason for y'all to meet up so quick. So Clifton is like, well, Click is saying like you missed the party, well, I don't know what went wrong with Ashley and Joi. So he's rehashing the party. He's saying Joi came in, didn't speak. Clifton's like, nah, that don't sound right to me. So then he's telling what happened and then where things went left. And Clifton's like, okay. And so he's explaining the whole thing with Ashley exposing the whole wedding thing. And so Quick is like, I know my wife, once she apologizes, she's done with it. And so Clifton's thing is like, you can't tell somebody how to get over it once you apologize. Like they can take as long as you want. Like once you apologize, it's up to them to forgive you how they want to forgive you. So Clifton's thing is like, you guys took away the excitement for us because he said they fell in love on TV. So that's why they were keeping their wedding a secret. They said this last time because they wanted something from them for themselves. And so Quick was like, oh, you guys are not going to have the wedding now. So Clifton's like, we're still going to have the wedding, but now the excitement level is kind of down because of that. And so then somehow it got to the point of, well, Clifton was saying like he not expecting DJ Quick to not, to defend his wife. Of course, he's going to defend his wife. He don't expect nothing less. But yeah, Ashley's dead wrong. So then I don't know where the conversation shifted gears. So because Quick thing is like, okay, where does this leave me and you, Clifton? Clifton's like, I like to stay out of women's business, so it don't got nothing to do with me and you. And Clifton did let Quick know, like, good thing I was there, because then, things definitely would have went a different direction. Quick in his confessional was like, well, what is that supposed to mean? You know what that means, Quick. And Clifton shared in the beginning of that conversation, he did say in his confessional, like, if it was up to him, they wouldn't even be having this discussion because he don't get involved in women's business. I said, thank you, Clifton. And it's not even a women's business, men's business thing. This is a situation between Ashley and Joi. So what does it got to do with Quick and Clifton? It's not like Joi and Black. You know what I mean? It's not like that. So I was confused. I'm with Clifton. So anyway, Clifton then proceeds to say, he don't know what the issue is. Maybe it's like a jealousy thing because, we came from another show and now we're on this show. So I don't really know if that could be the issue. And so Quick was like, like what? Like in his confessional, he was like, really, man? Because y'all think there's some jealousy or something? He's like, well, I got a waterfront property at the Sahara Desert y'all can buy for cheap because y'all, will fall to believe anything. And so, yeah, I don't think that Ashley and Quick are jealous of Joi and Clifton in that way. Now, do I think Ashley might have some jealousy towards Joi because she was becoming friends with Erana and then Joi came along? Possibly. But the whole other show thing, the Silvers were already on Love and Marriage DC before Joi and Clifton, so I don't see that part. Um, Anywho, then moving on, we do see Erana and Joi meet up at the hardware store because Irena is trying to help Jamie fix up the basement and she's looking for the paint samples. You know, Irena don't do the hardware store. So anyway, Joi come in there and the man's like, "Oh, can I help you find something?" She's like, "No, I'm meeting a friend." Irena! I was like, "Why are you shouting in this white man's store?" And then Irena shouting back, "Joi!" I mean, the store didn't look that big, but still, y'all is shouting in these people's store. Anyway, they rehashed the whole thing and I didn't like rehash it, but Joi said, Irena asked Joi how she's doing. She's trying to balance family life, work, the group, all that good stuff. And then Irena's like, "Oh, the group." So Joy's like, "Yeah, tell me what's up, Switzerland. Tell me what's up." So then Irena's like, I don't even know. I haven't even talked to Ashley since the party. And she said, Ashley's mad at me because I didn't come to her first and I came to you. Joy's like, "Yeah, of course." And so Irena said, she hopes to get everybody back together, but she don't know how it's gonna go. So then we do see Quicksilver and Ashley getting ready to go. They're all dressed up. They're going to an event. So the man, I can't think of his name. He's the first black mayor of Maryland, and he's good friends of theirs. So they're going to his, I think it's like inauguration ball or party or something. And DJ Quick gets to be the DJ, but they're running late because Ashley always makes them late. So Ashley got to finish getting ready to car. So Quicksilver talks about the conversation he had with Clifton. Now, both Quicksilver and Ashley are being equally shady. And I just don't like the way Quicksilver panders to his wife. Like, he is like over there being shady with her and like egging her on. It's just very, very like giving good girlfriend and not husband for me. And I don't mean that in no shady way, but he's telling her about the conversation they had. And now mind you, when he's talking about it, he was like, I met up with Clifton because that's her husband, they are married. And so Ashley's like, "Why are you telling me? I've been knew they was married for months." Like, girl. And so then when he said I met up with Clifton, she said the big red dog. I mean, she was just popping out zingers. I mean, it was funny, but dang, Ashley. And then he was talking about, Clifton's recovery. He says it's gonna be a long road to recovery. She's like, "Speedy recovery." I was like, "Girl, what are you doing? Just get dressed." So then he's telling her about the conversation he had with Clifton and how Clifton said, there might be some possible jealousy of them. And then she's like, "Well, I'm be jealous of some game show contestants. They were on a game show." She was like, "I'm not. What am I gonna be jealous of? The girl, the contestant in the green dress and the big teddy bear?" I was like, "Oh, girl, so you watched the show? Because how you know she had it on?" So then, in their confessional, they're like, "No, we're not jealous of them. Like, what are you saying?" And so Joy's like, "I don't want to wear suits all the time." Now, mind you, the confessional DJ Quick is like leaning over, laughing, like, oh, like she really getting them. I was like, "Why are you like this, sir? Why are you like this? This is not cool. No. Just stay out the women's business, please." So anyway, Joy was being shady, talking about she don't want to wear power suits all the time because Joy like to put on her a good old she like the what do you call, not a romper, but the jumpsuit. She like her good old jumpsuit. So she says she don't want to wear the jumpsuits all the time, and she don't want to sell universal beard oil or unisex beard oil. Now I'm like, "Girl, how beard oil gonna be unisex?" But maybe women need to use it. I don't know. Anyway, she was just shading them in the car and in the confessional. It was funny, but like, girl, stop. So anyway, the last thing we do see is Irena and Ashley meeting up because they haven't met up. And so they're talking about what happened at the party. Ashley is basically like, "Why would you run to Joy first instead of running to me? I'm the owner of the house." Like, she's over here disrespecting me in my house. And so Irena's like, "I'm not thinking about where's Ashley, the owner of the house, all that. I'm just going towards what I see the commotion. I saw Joy first, so I ran to Joy." Common sense, right? So Ashley's like, "Well, you should have ran to me. You should have did all this." And so mind you, in the heat of the party, Ashley's out there trying to tell Irena like she wasn't doing enough. Like, girl. So then when they're meeting up, and so Irena's like, "I'm not thinking of running you." And so Ashley's like, "Well, that's what you should have done." And I'm like, "Ashley, how you gonna expect when there's a bunch of commotion? Why would you expect her to do that?" Ashley expects everyone to do stuff the way she wants them to do it. And well, like Joy said in the episode, the world does not revolve around you. So Elena's like, girl, like I'm trying to be your friend too. Like, what is the problem? And so he then actually brings up the fact that like, then you wasn't stopping putting your finger in my face, and I told you. So Elena's like, well, I got my, my temper side, and Ashley's like, yeah, I got mine too. And she's like, well, when I go there, I go there. I'm sorry. And so Ashley's like, but that's what I was trying to tell you. Put your finger down because we could have went to a point of no return. So Elena's like, well, I could have, just left. I could have not even came to you and check on you. I could have just left. So in Ashley's confessional, she's like, yeah, you could have left. And Ashley was saying to DJ Quick earlier in the episode and in that moment about how she's not sure where she stands with Erana, and she had gave the D. She's revoking the D she gave back to her in the end of friend. She feels disrespected by her. She doesn't feel like they're friends now, and all this stuff. Like, girl, over that because she didn't run to you first. Like, girl, what? And so it ended on a cliffhanger of them discussing what happened in their friendship and all that. And so we'll see. The previews for the season looked good, but this episode just was not giving much of them just rehashing what happened and moving on from that. It just didn't give much. Like, it didn't move the story forward, really. Yeah, they should not have broke the season. It was a weird place to break the season up. That's what it was. And then prolong it. It was just a mess. A mess. Anyway, y'all, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share. We will be on this journey for Love and Marriage DC. I will talk to y'all again soon. Bye.